a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, won't you be mine? Because you're so fine. Because my mind is so fine. Work that mental magic, my friends. How do you work the mental magic so everything's beautiful in your neighborhood? Right? Client yesterday, Sandy, I'm having communication problems with my employer, and I just can't seem to get clarity, and I don't know why it is that every job I have to go through this. So I said, all right, so what we want to do is maybe resolve that moving forward so it's completely dissolved and it won't be there with any future employers. How do you do that? You're going to mentally work your magic. You're going to mentally go into conversation with this employer. And you're going to energetically have this conversation. And in this conversation, you will state what it is you desire. And you will see the energy of the employer change. You will see the conversation soften, bringing more clarity to the situation, bringing resolve and your desired outcome. As you are having this conversation, you are not just having it on a mental level. You are having this conversation with the heart of the other person as well. Now, why would you do that, Sandy? You would do that because when you are working strictly with the mental mind, you're going to have an overriding logic that's going to come in. Well, why would I give her that raise? Why would I do that? Blah, 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 blah. So there becomes this waffling trickery that goes on. So you send the conversation going through the mind, but you also are sending the conversation through the heart. Because the heart will say, I feel like I need to do this for this person. I feel a moral obligation. Whatever the topic is, so you're using mental and you're using the heart gateways. Now, in this conversation, I also said you can also amplify it now by drawing yourself and drawing your employer and making statements around yourself and the statements around them, and then draw the line to the mental and draw the line to the heart. So now you're visually seeing lines of communication as you draw, and then you've seen it through your mind's eye of your imagination of these conversations with this person. So as we are having this discussion and the light bulbs are going off in this client's mind, like, oh, I haven't tried that before. I went into, this is why the power of thought and the power of energy must be used for the highest outcome, for the highest good, because it can be used for manipulative, doing harm. We can't have that. We can't have that. Energy is sacred. And if you are using it with the intention for the highest good, the highest outcome, you're also using it with the airways of the guides and the divines to work with you for that. So they'll be your guardians through this transcript, this scribing of energetics for desired manifestation. That's why you want to use the gateway of the heart as well as the gateway of the mental. Now, some people will come back and say, oh, I've done all that, it doesn't work. And I say, well, then you haven't been playing in the realms of the higher dimensional energies for the higher outcome And so that's why it's probably not working for you. So if you can begin to work and tweak this magical part of manifestation energetically, you'll see pathways open for desired outcomes as you learn to play with the different dimensions of energies and frequencies. So you may not get it right out the gate. Okay? You need to practice. You need to practice. And so, an analogy of that is something that I just came across recently. Another medical account came across my plate. And so I wrote down exactly what it is I desired. What it is I desired. And then I took a step forward and I created that here. And then I pitched my thought out so that it was retrieved and received perfectly in the glove of the outfielder. Perfect alignment. A perfect catch. Because I aligned that energy as I tossed that thought out to this other person mentally and through the heart gateways. So I wrote it. I physically saw the conversation, although I did not know what this charge nurse's face looked like. I worked with the energetics of desired outcome for the highest good. And when I went in yesterday, every single solitary thing fell into place because she received it, retrieved it, went through her process, and it was all within agreement and reasonableness within her scope. So then she was able to toss it back out to me, and I was able to pick it up with my glove, my catcher's glove, to receive it. And it happened to be an absolute simultaneous, without a glitch, exactly what it was I wanted to receive. Now, if it wasn't, then I would have to work with that within my energy field, because I wasn't there to completely manipulate and change something, because possibly something within this might not have been for my highest good. So I might have to receive it back, mull it through a little bit, and decide where my boundaries and compromises would be within the scope of what it is I wanted to desire and what it is she had the authority to work with me on, and how was I going to live within that intercellularly and outer cellularly. You see? So that's where you learn to play. I've had decades of experience with this. Decades of experience, so I can manifest a little more quickly. Now, the other thing I also said to this client was, you have a tendency to go through your days on autopilot, doing your job. As soon as you walk in the office door, you're on, I gotta do. And then you're out of body. She said, yes, I am. I said, this is going to require you to be within your cells. You're going to feel your feet beneath your calves. You're going to feel the ground underneath those feet. You're going to feel your heart beat. You're going to feel and see and sense your mental thoughts. So as you go through every little detail of your day, your job description, you're going to take out the autopilot and put in conscious mindfulness. And then I want you to add some icing to that cake. I want you to smile and give your body a cascade release of serotonins and endorphins. So energetically, you are now in a different cloud of energy going through your daily delivery routine. And then I want you to see, sense, and feel how that translates into your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your etherical, and your emotional components of all of this that carries all of that. It's all attached to this physical. But it starts with the physical. It starts with being the human. Being the human. You must be the human first. Because that is the vehicle that carries everything that is everything. So you make your divine fine. And you make that fine divine shine. Indeed. Make that divine shine. And then you will see how fine life actually is through those lenses. Because we have been taught for millennium to be separated from that. That everything is outside of us. This is first. Everything is inside of us, and this is first. This is not led through in the ways that we've been taught and programmed to do it. So we just have to switch it around a little bit. So that's what I do in sessions with clients. Is just help you retrain. And your cellular memory, your spiritual cellular memory will come up, and it will start to guide you for much better and higher outcomes for all, not just for thyself. All right? Please like, subscribe, and share. You want a session, you know where to find me, embodimentofthesoul.com. Get your shine on, my friends. Get your shine on. Get that magic working. Yes. You're nourishing and you're feeding the health of yourself and of all. And then you'll find that interstitial, intercellular connection with all things around you. All right? Much love and light, because you are walking, living light. Bye.